Hey everyone, what's up? It's GleeCon, and here we are once more. Happy Sunday to you, and happy World Cup final. We got the final match today between Argentina and Spain. So hopefully you guys get a game, that we all get a game that's fun to watch. We're going to continue our jumping in with our daily Dino Tooth Quest, to stay a while and listen as we take GleeCon. I think we're down to the final 5 teeth. Timing didn't work yesterday, so we did not get a tooth yesterday, but we should finish it this week at some point. Especially now that we're off, she cannot be on Chromie time anymore, so it's just a quick wham bam, thank you ma'am with these quests. Let's summon the dino and see what he wants today. Yeah, we're down to needing 5 teeth, so we'll be down to 4 after today. What do you got for us?
The Venomide hatchling looks at you expectantly, then begins to scrawl a pictogram into the dirt.
If
the
it does,
hatchling's drawings seem to resemble various types of large insects.
I wonder if it does.
Perhaps the Gorishi Silithids. The hatchling finishes his picture, then gestures at it with one short arm, snaps its jaws, and licks its lips. It must want you to go to the slithering skull in the center of the southern part of Ungoro Crater and gather Silithid meat. When you have the meat, feed it to your hungry hatchling.
Okay. Far be it for me to interrupt the AI there. He was ready to talk. Cool. Pride Lord Boots, huh? Is there actually an item level 74? Like, they actually dropped me... Not as good as what we have. I just can't get good boots. Alright, so anyway. Next couple days, who knows, because tomorrow we will run a classic. We're going to run Dire Maul West tomorrow in order to get the next part of our Equine Spirit. Should be the penultimate episode before getting that spirit. I think that's all we need. Yeah, no, let's resummon our... Oh, he's still following us around. Let's feed him the meat. How can you get your raptor mount if you don't eat your meat? Alright, and after this we're going to hop back into Bloodmyst Isle. Tomorrow, yeah, we're going to do our weekly classic, where we are going to be very close. We're going to get the blessed barding, finally. It's taken a lot of money, and it's taken some other types of runs.
Toothy smile, and then settles in for a nap.
I forgive you, AI, for being so intrusive with the start of this last one, just because that was quite the little rundown of dialogue or whatever. Alrighty, so I think, yeah, Cataclysm, we're going to have all kinds of decisions to make. Anyway, the Tuesday we will be doing a regular episode because, again, like I mentioned before, we're kind of on hiatus on the Final Fantasy show for a little while as I wait a month to get this book from Japan. We're going to jump into Resentment now. I'm going to need to clean through and dump some of my older characters, hop in, send all of their... liquidate their assets and send their gold over to my main account. Alright, I just noticed that this little Topher Lowell is like a little butler looking Draenei with a little goatee. And he has a ham and a escoba. Okay, so, we were going to pick up with meat. What was it? Meat Pie or something like that. What was the guy's name? Okay, so that was we were doing these little side quests. We pretty much did those in the middle. Meat Parm, Matt Parm. But you know, really Meat Parm. Alright, let's keep our shout going. I probably forgot that. Alright, so this guy has a quest called...
Did you know mushroom hunting is far more dangerous than mushroom consumption?
No, David
Mushroom
Cross.
hunters expose themselves to many unknowns, not including potential wildlife dangers. What would life be without a little danger? I am in need of mushrooms for my collection. Scattered throughout these unexplored wilds, you will find 4 different types: an aquatic stinkhorn, a blood mushroom, a ruinous polyspore, and a fell cone fungus. They are each unique to various regions in Bloodmyst. Bring them to me.
Okay, first of all, let's double check that this quest exists. Matt Parm Mushroom Menagerie. Okay. It's on there. Is it tied to anything else? It is actually part of the quest line. So for whatever reason, it's part of it. So we're actually going to save this one. I'm not going to re-listen to it, but actually, you know what? Let's ditch it. I can't believe that his Mushroom Quest is part of it. Alright, so we had already looked at this side. We could go up the ramp here, but actually if you look up the ramp, who's that? Defender Haki, one of the Hand of Argus, and then Lando, like Lando Calrissian. He is the Flight Master. Alright, so if we looked off the spiral some more, I guess if we continue around, here's Prospector Nochlin. He has Explorers League. Is that something for gnomes? Okay, let's check that one out. Explorers League, is that something for gnomes? Okay, that is a one-off we can do.
How are you?
In my years as a member of Explorers League, I've been all over Azeroth, but I've never seen anything quite like Bloodmyst. Babysitting, would you believe it? They pulled me out of a promising dig and sent me along with Captain Odysseus's expedition to babysit that little gnome. I'd never heard of a gnome wanting to become a prospector before, so I asked. Seems we are attacking gnomes now, and this particular one has a fascination with murlocs. Well, he has gone off and set up shop in an old turtle shell on the northern shore of the island. Go and have a look if you don't believe me.
That's the guy that we saw.
In my years as a member of Explorers League.
Why?
In my years as a member of Explorers
Oh, we can now learn
League,
bronze, tin,
I've been
silver.
all over Azeroth.
Yeah.
But I've
Unnecessary. Talk, bro. Alright, so we're gonna go find out what this guy has to say. I think today, I don't think we're gonna finish this based on the rate at which we did quests yesterday. I think this is a 3-parter, especially with the kind of running back and forth that we're doing. And there's just a decent amount of quests to do. So remember, we're trying to get to 70 total. And we are sitting right now at... Oh, I should actually probably list this quest on there. So if we list one more, we're going to be at 22 quests. So just under where we needed to be. It's called what? Explorers League. Explorers League. Is that something for gnomes? Is that something for gnomes? Okay, long quest title. I'm gonna have to expand the thing for it. Alrighty, let's go talk. We did see this guy when we were over here killing some other people before. Oh, look, they dropped some things. Hey, why would you fight me like that, you... Why can't I have this activated, but what do I not have enough? Okay, what do I not have enough goo for it or whatever? Goo is what I'm going to call rage from now on. Do I not have enough goo? Alright, hey buddy.
My, you're a
Be
tall
very
one.
quiet. I am observing murlocs.
Jeez.
Living in an oversized turtle shell is a sacrifice I am willing to make for science. After all, if the murlocs see me here, they'll react to my presence and contaminate my data. As the first gnomish member of the Explorers League, I am boldly going places no dwarf has gone before.
And he sells like engineering supplies.
Be seeing you.
Sheesh, be
No,
very...
don't cheesh me.
I thought
assistance?
so. That grumpy old dwarf was supposed to help me carry my equipment and gather data. But all he does is sit in that strange town, drinking himself into
Have
a
a great day
stupor.
now.
Alright, so he has 2 quests. So first let's look on this pilfered equipment, because that may or may not be tied into something. So let's look for pilfered equipment. That one is allegedly a one-off, and then we just saw the second one that he has. That's called Artifacts of the Blacksilt. Now, I wonder if that dwarf one really is a one-off, or if we just got lucky by finding the breadcrumb. Artifacts of the Blacksilt. Okay, so pilfered equipment. Looks like we can just pick it up. Pilfered equipment. And then the other one's called Artifacts of the Blacksilt. See, it's not. None of them are tying, but really they are part of these. So we might screw something up anyway. Dang, that pisses me off. We really need help from all the things.
Off and away.
Need them all. Look at that, there's a removed from the game. That's pretty cool. That might help us actually look for some quests and stuff. Yeah, that's all the things. It doesn't really give me, regardless of race, class, and filters, all of the things for all of your characters. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to leave it for right now, but we might. It says inaccurate, work in progress. I want it to let me know. Whatever. Alright. So anyway, Artifacts of the Blacksilt. Looks like we can pick these both.
Pleased to meet you.
Very quiet.
Don't sheesh me.
Sheesh! Keep your voice down and don't call attention to me. If the Murlocs detect my presence, the experiment will be ruined. I've already come perilously close to contaminating my data. While I was foraging yesterday, one of them must have wandered too close and discovered my camp. I returned just in time to see two of them carrying off a crate with most of my equipment. It is bound to be in one of their settlements around here, but I can't risk revealing my presence. Are you willing to help?
Alrighty then.
Alright, so that was pilfered equipment, and then we're going to do the other one too.
Can I
My
help you?
observations and writings about the Blacksilt Murlocs are quite illuminating, but they are just the beginning. I plan to return to Ironforge
give
with
me a
items
treasure map.
produced by the Blacksilt's rudimentary crafting skills. The problem is that the Blacksilt carry these items with them at all times, and I can't have their blood on my conscience. If you are willing to help me gather the idols carried by Blacksilt Seers and crude knives of the Blacksilt Warriors and Shore Strikers, I won't ask how you came by them.
You have a great day.
Okay. That's fine. So, I'm going to just assume, though, that we have found ourselves that was the breadcrumb. Large brown sack. Oh, like we can equip it. I love that. Probably good. So we did get another bag. I think I want to change the order around, maybe. Okay, so we did get a knife. Yeah, I want to just swap the order to make these. I just want that bigger one. Where's the? And I'm only going here because I see some more. And we have to kill these guys anyway, right? So, too close. I breathe underwater all day. Okay, we just got one of those weird idols. Which, whenever you get that little idol, that tooltip for the idol, this looks so weird to me. It's like a fat. Oh, we can't actually see it. When we turn the quest in, we'll be able to see it. It's like a weird, fat, pregnant belly. But, I mean, I could be wrong. It could not be a pregnant belly. I'll take a wrath hit to the face. It's okay. See, we just saw him right there, but I auto-looted it. Alright, we also gotta find his stuff. Oh, it could be anywhere? Take that to the head. Yeah, how do you like that? Oh, you don't like it, you said? Tough. Okay, we don't need any more idols. Look at that thing. Oh, I thought it was a red... it was like a mashup between a moth bear. Horrifying. Imagine fighting a real moth bear. In real life. These guys keep saying also that they're involved somehow with this treasure chest. That's what he's going to give us. He's going to give us a treasure map as a reward for this. Okay, we still need a bunch more knives. Also, what? One of them is supposed to just drop his equipment? Someone's just holding it? That doesn't make sense. Okay, we still need 2 more knives, but also... Where's the equipment supposed to be? Like, it doesn't say it drops from them, but it's showing it could just be anything. I think I want to swap these two. Okay, yeah, like, how does that work? Is it supposed to be on the ground? I'm not sure how this whole equipment stitch works. That could be one of those mushrooms we need, since we'll talk more about the sick-sounding mushrooms later. There's old Deathclaw, which we did come here and kill before too, so I guess this would have been a time to kill him. We have the shards, so allegedly the equipment is what? Lying around? It's bound to be in one of their settlements. So we're looking for the settlements. It is, so it's supposed to be just lying around, alright. Mount up and scan. Unless it's supposed to be in the water. That's him. Well, what does it look like? Unless it's potentially out there in the water. And the problem with these stupid murlocs is they spawn so fast. Alright, could it be partially under the water? Okay, I don't see it there. I mean, sure, we see that food crate. I don't see it there. There's this turtle. I thought that there was a chance it was hidden in this little turtle. No. This is the only other...
I need to get closer.
I guess I'm gonna just go clear out every settlement now, so I can get a closer look. Alright, so... I see nothing around there. Alright, let's gummy bear it up. I already looked in that turtle right there. I guess I'm gonna open up this food crate to get some haunches of meat, but I don't see it there. Unless there's something underwater I'm not seeing. The heck these? Is it tiny? I might have to resort to Googling some things shortly. Because I have no idea. And these guys are not dropping their treasure chests. Executed. Okay. So if you actually look inside his little camp, don't see anything. Yeah, this is weird. Maybe there's a glitch. Yeah, we'll have to look it up. Okay. Or yeah, like I said, oh, there it is. Now, see, that was not there before. I am not crazy. It must have been. I wonder if someone recently did this quest and it has a decently long respawn timer. Something.
I need to get closer.
I will. Okay. Alright, there's his equipment. Gummy bears. I kinda like this guy. He's like he looks like an old school samurai. Like, if I could give him that look, if I could get some samurai-looking transmogs for him with double katana, that'd be cool. But I don't want to do transmogs for now. That's like maybe one day at the end of the rope. They should. I mean, they already had like a Chinese style. It would be kind of cool to have some ninjas and. Like a revisiting of Pandaria.
Very quiet. I am observing Murlocs.
Yushish.
Did you manage to find my equipment?
Says the equipment appears unharmed if a bit slimy.
This is
My,
fantastic.
you're a tall one.
The theft of my equipment has given me more insight into the nature of these Murlocs than I could have possibly gained in weeks of observations. I know what I am going to say in my report already. When faced with the products of a technologically superior culture, the Blacksilt displayed none of the curiosity characteristic of emerging cultures in humanoid species. It is brilliant. The gentlemen in Ironforge are going to love it. I can't thank you enough.
Gleesentment. Okay.
Alrighty then.
Very quiet. I am observing Murloc.
You stop cheating me.
Do you have those samples
Look.
for me to send back to Ironforge?
Definitely a pregnant... Like, how do they get away with that? It's an armless pregnant boobies out. It says a roughly carved idol depicting no discernible figure. That's not true. A crudely napped stone blade affixed to a long stick with sinew.
Can I help you?
Astounding! Simply astounding! These are perfect. I can already see them under the glass in the museum in Ironforge. The text for the display is virtually writing itself in my head. Your help has been invaluable in getting my studies back on track. How do you spell your name? I'll make sure it appears in my report as co-author. One of the chaps on the ship gave me this treasure map to cover a gambling debt. But mythology isn't my area of study. Superstitious lot, sailors.
Says the parchment is yellowed, faded, and full of holes, but most of the writing is still visible.
Be seeing you.
Alright, so my reward is another quest called A Map to Where. Alright, so first let's double check that we can do a map to where. Map to where? Question mark. And it actually has a two-parter. Okay, so we can do this one. A map to where? All right, and let's see what it says.
The crudely drawn map reveals nothing of its maker, but it appears to have been drawn with an unsteady hand. Wavering lines and symbols depict a small pavilion with broken columns, located to the west of a partially submerged tower. If the map is to be believed, this cluster of ruins appears to be located on the eastern coast of the island. You have no idea what you will find, but it was important enough for the map's creator to record.
Okay, so it's over here. We haven't been to this quadrant of the island yet. We haven't been to the very, very end chunk. And we haven't been to these sub-islands. Over here, here, and here. But specifically on the island proper, this is one of the last little quadrants we have not been to. What is this place? Full of void walkers? This is going to trigger it on the map, so just want to see. They were added in. They've been here since... Oh, there's some ore. And it's tin ore. Come here. I'll fight you guys. Why not? I don't see anything tied to dropping for a quest. But it's always nice to kill one or two mini mob you see, just to say I've killed those guys. I've killed those void anomalies. That's a straight up missing part of the ship. Oh, you jerk. Well, we still got it. The tin's important because that's going to be the secret to getting us some bronze. I want to just get close enough so I can see what this is. The warp piston. Okay, so that's part of it. That's another burnt little isle over there that we will eventually go to. Okay, so contaminated wildkin and infected wildkin. They're all over the place here. Rage Feather Ridge. It just blew right through their camp. There's a bunch of dead ones around here, so either someone just came and killed them. So here is the ruins of Loretharon. There's some ancient night elf ruins. Also see some ore. There it is. I need that ore, young lady. How dare you? You are not going to spell cast on me, you hobo. There you go, I just executed your head. Alright, let's see if I can get in there by walking up this little rampy kind of side. Naga are not up here, that's good. Here's a battered ancient book.
Perhaps this old journal is what the map is referencing. Examining the book carefully, you conclude that it must be a journal. Its pages are filled with an elegant script differing from that of the map. The text of many of the pages is obscured by drawings and writing in the mapmaker's hand. It is nearly impossible to make out the text beneath the mapmaker's tales of drunken carousing during shore leave.
Okay. Yes. We're level 19 now. Okay, this is called Deciphering the Book. So first, let's take a peek there. Deciphering the Book, first of all, looks to be legit. Double checking my scanning. Is it one of the 70? Yeah, it's near the very bottom. Okay. Deciphering the book. Cool. Yeah, so it says, lacking the means to read the book's contents, you think about who might be able to help you separate the author's words from the mapmaker's scroll. Remembering Anchorite Patheus's collection of artifacts from countless cultures, you wonder if his experienced eye might be able to help you decipher the book's contents. Cool, so we don't actually have to do anything with them. BT dubs. This is the cover of its journal is worn and its pages yellowed, but two sets of texts are still visible within. Let's also take a look at the next Fury. I'm pretty sure we're skipping Improved Execute. This is going to be Fury, Warrior Talents, and we're going with the not popular Slayer. Okay, so we actually do want Improved Execute. It no longer costs Rage. Now it generates Rage. So, cool. So now we just want Execute. causes a certain amount of damage, so that's it. It's no longer like this, doesn't scale with damage anymore. So now, we need to have the execute taking precedence over those, because it's a much greater damage dealer than the Raging Blow for now, and Raging Blow doesn't trigger anything. Yeah, more 10. Heck yeah. I'm guessing it says Salvaging the Data is something we will need to do, so probably be back around here to kill at some point in time. Just copper, but that's okay too. Hey guys, what up? I needed this. I needed it, man. Yeah, give me that ore. Alright, so we're right on the outskirts of the village of Azure Watch. Cool. This is a fun. It is a fun zone. I don't dislike it at all. It's I have honestly probably only done it once or twice ever in my life. I do remember it, but yeah, it's not. Maybe 3 times. Definitely not one of my more common areas having been done, but.
Welcome to Bloodwatch. In my travels, I have amassed a wide variety of tools, artifacts, and knowledge from the various peoples we've encountered. Should you find yourself in need of this knowledge, you have only to ask.
So he's a first aid trader, but we're not a tailor.
The light shine upon you in all your endeavors, adventurer. What is it you have there?
A book, sir.
Each day
This is most intriguing. Yes, I should be able to make out what the original author wrote in the pages of this book. I should have everything I need for the process. This should only take a moment.
A lot of shoulds.
safe journey.
Now, let's see. In the process of translating this, I believe I learned more about the drunken exploits of a certain Andrew Clementine than about the journal's author. But no matter, Mr. Clementine's contribution notwithstanding, this seems to be the journal of a man named Nolkai. The entries toward the end describe a brutal battle. Take a look at this passage. So, that's it. Okay, so, oh, I see. That quest is called Nolkai's Words. So, it doesn't actually trigger Nolkai's Words. Let's look and see Nolkai's Words, which would be the next in the set here. I actually don't see it on there. Ah, there it is. Okay, this is just a one-off we can pick up.
Welcome to Bloodwatch.
Shush.
The translation is ready now.
Anchorite Patheus points out a block of text at the end of his translation.
The enemy is nearly upon us. We've gathered up all the survivors and retreated to the temple to the east. It is the last ground we truly hold on the island, and there is a sense among the survivors that we will make our last stand here. I've taken care to bury my last few possessions on the grounds of the temple, with the hope that someone will find them and know what happened here.
Cool. I like it.
Welcome to
Alright, now he
Bloodwatch.
has a separate quest we can pick up while we're here called Newfound Allies if we want. So, first of all, let's add this Nolkai's Words. Then I also want to look at this Newfound Allies. Bunga. Let's double check and see. There we go. This is a one-off too, so we might as well pick it up while we're talking to him.
Harbinger Mikolas has done a commendable job of safeguarding Bloodwatch, adventurer. But our enemies are many and our resources few. Our weakness is well known to our enemies, but your contact with the forces of the Alliance is something they haven't accounted for. I have prepared a letter of introduction to the people of Oberdine, the closest Alliance settlement, proposing cooperation in the fight against our foes. Take it with you, and seek out Huntress Kelanitebo, near the docks west of the Exodar.
Okay, I'm not going to go do that quest right now. Can I read the letter? It just says a letter written by Anchorite Patheus. However, that seems almost like a breadcrumb to get us into the Night Elf territory. So I guess unlike this big grand thing where we need to go have like an ambassadorship over, we just now have the ability to go right by the Exodar to the docks, and we can sail over there, we can handle that at a different time. There are other people standing right here that will be back. It's over here they had said Vindicator Kuros spits on the corpse of Mattis. Mattis grins wickedly. That's this over here. I remember there was that Mattis the Cruel or whatever. Alright, so we have, after this, we've pretty much done the whole chunk, and then there's just this camp up there. So, let's go back to Nolkai's words. And there is that side camp over here, but we're going to wait and do more. I think we're going to be ready to pick up on the actual storyline, plot. So, well, that execute generates rage, but what am I spending my rage on then? Also, we need a little bit more AoE. We don't have a lot of AoE right now. But yeah, like, what is the... That's, I guess, a flaw. Or not a flaw, but it's something that needs to be addressed in our particular build. We have nothing to spend our rage on. Like, these are all rage generators. Or neutral. Even this is, yeah, whirlwind. Like, rage is pointless for us right now, so that's got to change. And I'm sure it will. Maybe that fury we're going to get soon. Okay. Grasses and shrubs cover an unnatural bulge in the earth. A few minutes spent digging reveals an old box, almost certainly the one mentioned in Nolkai's journal. We are now friendly with Gilneas. Can open his box. We gain it. Oh, nice. Nolkai's bag. So that gives us an 8 slaughter. Come off it, bro. Alright, we did gain a Nolkai's band. An inscription on the inside of the band reads, "A token for my love to remember me by. May a loon watch over my dear Nolkai." And an offhand intellect item, Nolkai's lantern. So nothing, the bag makes it worth it, honestly. Sort of kind of like that pirate ship quest on Westfall, where you do all this work, but you do get a bag out of it. That's priceless back in the old days. Alright, so next, back in, that was it. Just a little run off to the side there. We saw an area where they died amongst the Naga. We are cooking with coconut oil. We're cooking with baby oil. Oh man, I started watching the show last night. I've mentioned it before. I'm on my way through working my way through the Marvel universe, and I wanted a palate cleanser, so we watched this Will Ferrell golf show, The Hawk. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. I almost binged the whole thing. I haven't binged a show in so long. All right, that's the Exarch, and that's Harbinger. Okay, so I feel like the Exarch's probably the boss, so let's talk to this.
If you only learned one thing during your time in Bloodmyst, adventurer, I hope that it is vigilance. This island claims the unwary first, then begins to wear down even the most guarded of adventurers everywhere you turn. A foe stands ready to take your life.
Okay, so remember, we're looking for what Argus means to me. Neither of them come from him. We have learning from the crystals and talk to the hand. So let's look at either one, if I could see either one. Learning from the crystals. This is its own little mini line that's not part of the storyline. So I guess let's check that out.
Welcome to Bloodwatch. Seeing to the defenses of the outpost is my primary concern. But I've also been tasked with a variety of other duties by our leaders at the Exodar. The problem is that it is hardly safe to send out large amounts of researchers when the island is this dangerous. I need someone to gather a series of crystal samples from various sites on the island. The first sample I need must come from the Ravager-infested ship debris south of the town and across the bridge.
Okay, so let's do that. This is called Learning from the Crystals. This is going to be a little chain for us. So we're going to complete the whole chain before we continue our storyline. Alright, so let's mount up, mount up. So this is to the south, so he's sending us kind of like on a exploratory expedition, and each one's going to probably kick off something else. But the good thing is, like, if one's right over there, we can look up those quests. If one sends us over there, we can look up that quest. So there are potential things that we can check into. We just really want to make sure we don't screw up and not get a breadcrumb, because then I'm going to have to run through here again, and that's going to make me so sad. Already as it is, like, at some point we're going to have to take a Horde character through the Blood Elf questline. Yet again, a non-Blood Elf Horde character. But that's not that big a deal. Like, in Cataclysm or whatever, anytime we're leveling, if we just need to decide how to get someone up to speed, we could just make anybody. Okay, so this thing, we could just chunk it off. Oh, is it this one? Okay, so these have Bloodmyst hatchlings, so that's fine. We gained a chunk of crystal from Exodar crash debris. You jerk. Do you know who I am? I am Gleesentment. I am part of a stable of dozens of heroes. Have the name Glee in front of them. Actually, I don't think we've hit a dozen yet, but I think we have the original 9 plus 1 of each, plus we did technically make a second Night Elf, Blood Elf. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that girl. She's just sitting there. She's called Glee Spam, and she is something that's probably gonna get deleted one day. She's gonna sit at the bottom. She serves one purpose only. Alright, that was cool, I guess. A little quickie. Run there and back, get some crystals. Crystal burgers.
If you only learn one thing during your time in Blood...
Shush.
Were you able to gather the first crystal sample?
Uh-huh.
This crystal shard will give our researchers a baseline to compare against samples from other parts of the island, since it comes from one of Bloodmyst's less corrupted regions. I won't be able to send it off until we have a full set of samples, but this is a great start. If you are willing to help gather the other samples, I'll see to it that you are rewarded for your efforts.
Speaking of the Marvel, I just recently watched Moon Knight, and I guess the main character is playing like a schizophrenic person, and he is, one of his personas is like a New Yorker, and the other one is like British, and so he'll bop back and forth between the two accents. So this guy is, maybe this is like a schizophrenic. All right, we are getting a nice leg pant
As we've gotten ourselves established here at Bloodwatch, I've been sending out survey teams to create more reliable maps of the island. In most cases, they returned unharmed with the data we need, but the team I sent east to the ruins hasn't reported back. I worry about what might have happened to them. But I can't spare the men to send another mission after them. Find them and lend them any assistance they require to return with their survey data.
Okay, so this is the missing survey team. That is step 2 in the set. Looks like it should be all good. Let's just double check that the missing survey team is, yep, it's on our list. So cool, we can add this. No. Glee. The missing survey team. Ooh, I hate it when I do that. What? Weird. Okay.
The Hand of Argus has established a forward base.
Nope. We will talk about that later. That's probably that over there. And we will check that out. That will be our next little chain we look into, probably. Alright, so we went to the south, which we already covered. Now we're going back over here, which is where I already know they're dead. We already saw their dead bodies laying around when we were up here getting treasure. So spoiler, we spoiled it for ourselves. Yeah, poor guys. Alright, there's, let's kill it, this guy going too. I was gonna say, she's coming to fight us. Ow. Alrighty.
The bodies of the team are scattered all over the ground here, pierced by Naga weaponry. The area is littered with the remains of their supplies and survey equipment, but their data crystals are nowhere to be seen. It is too late to assist the cartographers in completing their mission, but it appears they collected the data Harbinger Mikolayas was expecting. The crystal storing their survey information was not among their ransacked packs, so it must be in the hands of the Wrathscale Naga. You know that Harbinger Mikolas will be saddened by the loss of the survey crew, but would want to salvage the survey data.
Well, good. We will finally get one of the... Other than those bracers, one of the few things is we have not upgraded our cape in forever. Alright, salvaging the data. This is step 3 of this 5-part set. I'm fairly certain we will be all set here for salvaging the data. Gotta scan a little better because I didn't see it the first time. Yep, there we go. Okay, so let's add this bad boy on there. Salvaging the data. Yeah, and if you think about it, when we did Ghostlands, what was Ghostlands? Ghostlands was only 57, so this one's 70. It's a bigger zone. A lot more quests. So I don't know.
The bodies of the team are scattered.
No. I should use execute more, I guess. Anytime. Honestly, it should almost take priority. Yeah, maybe execute should take priority. But I like those healing up front. Clump them together a little bit. Alright, so we need... Oh, it's just one survey crystal data. So it's not like a drop quest. I mean, it is... It will drop off these guys, but... It could drop off any one of them. It's just one thing. Well, and that one has to go first too, because that can trigger our rage. We do actually need that. So that one I feel like is a nice heal that is restricted. So there we go. All right. So it says a Draenei crystal containing information on the eastern part of Bloodmyst Isle. So that time we couldn't use a magical pick to get it. We had to get it from, well, from the corpse of the team, but that corpse in turn was plundered. An infected squirrel. Okay. Where are we supposed to turn this in? Oh yeah, it's up there. Just didn't see it right off the bat. Okay. Here, buddy.
If you only learn one thing during your...
No, I will learn nothing.
Were you able to find out what was keeping the survey team from returning?
Yeah, death. They got a case of death.
They were good men, and they knew their mission would be dangerous. I am grateful for your help in locating the team and recovering the crystal. The Harbinger's fists clench. We've lost too many good men already, and our mission has only just begun.
They cut out the dialogue that says, you tell Harbinger Mikolas of the survey team's fate. He accepts the crystal from you, but remains silent for a long moment. So I guess that stage direction is not included by it for me.
Now that we have the baseline crystal, we're going to need samples from more dangerous areas of the island to complete the set I'll be sending to the Exodar. The next sample must come from the crystals, controlled by the Blood Elves in the Bladewood area to the northwest of Bloodwatch. I have heard reports that they alter and harvest the crystals for use in some magical apparatus. See if you can find one that has not yet been incorporated into one of their devices, and mine a sample from it.
Okay. Alright, so that is called the second sample. Again, sure we're fine. Just, yep, it's right there. The second sample. Here we go. Okay. It's pretty close by, at least. Those elves are, while they're up to no good, they at least are up to no good within spitting distance of our camp. I don't know if that's good or bad. You little jerks. Oh yeah. What are they called? Sunhawk spies. Yeah, if you are a humor of someone of a generation that is, you know, closer to my age, where you grew up with the Adam Sandler humor, and then later on as Will Ferrell, so kind of getting into that arena. It is classic sports comedy of that era, like, you know, the Happy Gilmore vibes. Will Ferrell just does these sports comedies pretty well. I think he did Dodgeball. Maybe he was in that one. And then the Blades of Fury, like, just taking these more niche sports and being a little bit ridiculous with the whole thing is something he does really well. And he's got a good cast. His little catty sidekick is really funny. It's got Molly Shannon in it. She's very funny. Even like the lesser known actors, like the person that plays the sort of jock son, and it's good. It's got the weird little bit side characters that they'll just cut to for their facial expressions in very Adam Sandler-y kind of way, and a lot of his comedy does that. It just hits a lot of really funny notes. It's pretty good. I do recommend, and I've only watched 8 of the 10 episodes, but like I said,
If you only learned one thing during your time in Bloodmyst, adventurer,
of a show in a row.
Do you have the second crystal sample?
It says a shard of crystal that once formed part of the Exodar but has been modified by blood elves.
Harbinger Mikolaos examines the crystal shard.
This shard is much different from the initial sample.
Harbinger Mikolaos holds the crystal up to catch the light.
Do you see how it pulsates like that? That is worrisome. I'll make a note in my report of the alterations the Blood Elves appear to have made to this crystal. Thank you again for your help.
It's like if you just throw too many letters or consonants in a row together, it trips the AI out and it can't even read anymore.
There is just one sample remaining before I can send this set of crystals to the Exodar. The final sample must come from the Satyr stronghold of Axarian to the northwest. I am not certain what to expect from this crystal sample, but I am sure there will be some signs of corruption. Take care to mine your shard from the crystal that looks like the ones you took your previous samples from, or else our researchers cannot make a valid comparison.
Okay, so the final sample, again, I am sure this opens up. Yeah, I'm sure that's fine. It's good on that. Let's take a look at our overall list. Yep, the final sample. That was a nice 5-parter.
If you only learn one thing during your time...
Shush it. Did I get any? I got that cape, so that's good. It looks the same as my other cape, so... whatevs. Let's pick a new... Yeah, we now have fast riding. We already had 100% ground speed, but we can fly as well. And now we can pick this. So the last thing we did was we got Storm Bolt. So now we're going down to the next tier, and we are going to pick up Rend. So that's cool. So it will lash out with everyone around me, doing the bleed. So it's an AoE move. And we do gain a new AoE, but also there was something else. That was Storm. That was Thunderclap, right? There was some move that was like, if you have rend, this will also do rend damage. Something that I think we skipped. Right? I thought it was Thunderclap. Those were, oh yeah, and it inflicts rend on it. So now if I did have Thunderclap as part of my build, so now I feel like I want to have rend, even though rend is AoE, like it needs to be kind of a little higher as part of my priority. Alright, so we've been up here to Axarian as well. We were at Axarian, so if you were really smart, you could try to use my video to piece together a list of places to go. Yeah, so we picked up rend, not the sexiest skill, but it does add another AoE. It is not a rage spender, so we have all this rage and nothing to do with it. But it does add a bleed onto the targets, so I feel like actually, if you're going to look at my overall rotation, it's going to jump up a lot higher. Anytime I'm fighting more than one mob, now I absolutely have, hey, why would you not use that? And as a matter of fact, rather than using slam, I feel like it should take precedence over slam. Like, yeah, I'm gonna try to enrage and use these blood moves just because they do more. But yeah, hitting some bleed on there, not the worst idea. Okay, like, as a matter of fact, I kind of wanted even ahead of these. Oh, I didn't get it fast enough. I hit the wrong button. A little bit of a jump. Okay. Gotta use that while we can. Yeah, the potential for rage is just too powerful. I should not have done that. Ooh, see, these guys are strong. They got me with that too before. That's a good heal though. I just killed the little baby hatchling nearby. Okay, so this is the Axarian crystal. We can get. We've already come here and killed their leader and all that stuff. It's just yet another reason that if we were smart, we could have dovetailed all of those together, but it's not really a big deal. Alright, so remember our Blood Elf got to level 24. So we are still, I mean, we still have quite a few quests to go, but we've slowed down the rate at which we're leveling now. But we did just hit 20, so we can fly when the time is right. I don't know what our fly. I need to add a flying mount on there, I guess. I don't know if this oil mag mammoth can fly. I suspect no. So we wanted to pick another cool mount. Like, I think that thing can fly. Like, if this mag mammoth can fly, then I'm just gonna keep that. No, I don't want this stupid. I guess. What is it called? A loyal mag mammoth. Yeah, see, it's not listed as being able to fly. So that's something as we walk around too. I guess we can choose our new, what would be a nice thematic increase to this mount.
If you only learn one thing during your time in Bloodmyst, adventurer, I hope that it is vigilance. This island claims the unwary first, then begins to wear down even the most guarded of adventurers everywhere you turn. A foe stands ready to take your life.
I don't know why I just sat there and listened to that.
Have you returned with the last sample for my set?
A sample chipped from the crystals found in Satyr settlements.
That rounds out the set. All that remains to be done is to box them and send them to the Exodar. Don't get me wrong. I am sure the research is valuable, but we're faced with a number of other pressing problems out here.
No, it skipped the stage directions. Harbinger Mikolas accepts the last crystal from you. The Harbinger seems glad to be done with the task.
The Hand of Argus has established
Okay.
a
Wait. All right, so we are not the ones bringing it to Exodar. Now let's look at Talk to the Hand. Okay, so Talk to the Hand. Let's see if that's part of the storyline or not. Sounds like a breadcrumb to me. I don't see it. Because there is one quest here that is glitching out. This one might be the one. Talk to the Hand. Talk to the Hand, Warcraft. So, no, it's listed. So I just can't read. Okay, I'll scan one last time. Oh, it's at the very, very bottom. I don't really know what reading is. I'm just kidding. I forgot we wanted to double check that it's not. It's not. It's a one-off. Okay. So I feel like this is gonna be a breadcrumb.
The Hand of Argus has established a forward base at Vindicator's Rest, but they are sorely outnumbered by both the Blood Elves and mutated wildlife. Without backup, their outpost is in danger of falling, and we'd have no way to keep an eye on events near the Vector Coil. Report to Scout Yorli at Vindicator's Rest to the northwest, and offer her your assistance.
We will. Okay, so this is that's that little mini quest hub over there, so that's good. We are going there. I figured that was going to happen. So everything else remaining inside the camp is tied to the actual main quest line that you should have to do. Everything we've been doing is just side fluff, helping out the people on the island, but I think you could blow past it. You just wanted to beeline as fast as you could through the storyline and get yourself out of here. I mean, you could just leave. Just walk right to the Exodar and take a portal to Darnassus and bada bing, bada boom, you'll be fine. Take a boat. Take that boat over. Get away from me, Elder Brown Bear. I've already killed enough of your kind. Alright, and we have not looked at Finissa the Assassin. How are we doing on quest? We are at 34, so that's good. So we're roughly just over the halfway mark in terms of quantity of quests to complete to be on pace. And we are 2 minutes from the halfway mark, so that's good. We're making good progress.
We've just arrived here, and already we've buried too many of our friends and comrades. I was hoping Bloodwatch would send reinforcements once they learned what we're up against.
Be well.
During our mission to reconnoiter the Sunhawks and their portal, I sustained a serious wound. Scout Lorelei has managed to staunch the bleeding, and she is trying to figure out a way to evacuate me to Bloodwatch. The problem is that we'd have to abandon our position here in order to guarantee a safe return. As soon as we leave this consecrated ground, we'll be set upon by Ravagers. If you can clear some of the enraged Ravagers, it might allow us to make the trip back safely.
Yeah, she's on the ground hurt. Okay, this is called Cutting a Path. So again, we're going to take a peek and see if this is part of a storyline or not. What the heck, sees? There it is. I don't know my scanning skills. This is actually part of the storyline. So we do not want that quest right now. All right, what about Critters of the Void? Because that is another quest right next to her. Critters of the Void. That's also part of the storyline. So coming and helping these two That's part of the actual story. What about this one?
I am patiently awaiting orders, adventurer.
She has 2 quests. Fouled Water Spirits, so let's check that one out. That's part of it too. So coming and helping this whole thing, and oh, the tangled webs they weave. These are actually helping them out to clear this camp is all part of the storyline. All right, so we're not going to do the camp right now. We did get the breadcrumb, but that's, I guess, putting the cart before the horse a little bit. Okay, and that was a mutated. Alright, so we can go back now to the main camp. So we've done all of the little side areas. And now we can talk to the main executor guy who may or may not have some side quests of his own. If not, we're just going to be jumping right into the storyline at this point, which may or may not be the majority of our remaining, if not all of our remaining quests. I mean, there might be a random 1 or 2 that we have to hunt down like we did on the last place. I've been trying to scan and keep my eyes open as much as we can. Like, for instance, that up there. You so-and-so. So let's restart our timer here. Okay, so we're at the halfway point of our episode. Maybe a minute or 2 over, but, you know, that's fine. Okay, so... Yeah, this little island, I don't know what that's all about. Restoring sanctity. I would imagine we get sent there for some reason. And we're not just expected to go explore there. So I'm going to chill and be patient. Because even that has allowed us to really get the rest of this island going. Nolkai Cristo. Okay. And hello, Exarch Admetius.
What does Argus mean to you? Many Draenei probably do not know or remember our home planet. It is there that we split from the Man'ari, the twisted demonic reflections of ourselves that were gifted by Sargeras, or as they call themselves, Erdidar.
Erdidar.
This word once held meaning.
Admetius smacks his lips as if to taste the word.
Disgusting. Let us not waste any more time. Find Vindicator Boros to begin your training.
Okay, so what Argus means to me is 100%, that's got to be on the quest list. I saw it. This is our next thing. Bloodwatch is the next step. It's a 2-parter, but they are both part of the storyline. What Argus means to me. And I forgot that they were called the Minari. That's their actual race. The Draenei is what they call themselves in exile. The Minari is their race, and Eridar is now that they're demonic.
What it means to be a hand of Argus. We are agents of the light. We serve without...
Oh, and he's the one that gave us the crystal.
Hero, I've heard about you. You are the one that made the Kessel run in under 15 minutes, right? Bah, probably not. Are you ready to spill some blood in the name of the light for Velen, for Argus?
Boros laughs.
I'll slow down.
Are you ready to spill some blood in the name of the light for Velen, for Argus? I gotta look now. The Kessel Run. I gotta check it out. It's a famous Star Wars. I was gonna say I couldn't remember if it was Star Wars or Star Trek, but I was leaning Star Wars, and yeah, right. That's the Han Solo thing. Yeah.
Bloodwatch is one of 2 forward bases operated by the Hand of Argus. You have already been to the other base, Azure Watch. Things are completely different in Bloodmyst. When we first got here, the land was as beautiful as Azure Mist. We even called it Silvergale, but now sickness is spreading across the land. Worse yet, the Blood Elves that we were battling on the Exodar survived the crash. This brings me to your assignment. Venture northwest into Bladewood and terminate any Blood Elves that you find.
Okay, so that's the story that the Blood Elves, because they had to break free with the Exodar. Of course, a contingent of Kael'thas's Blood Elves pursued them onto the ship, and they were fighting, and those guys then got basically trapped, stowed away, continued to fight them on the ship, and eventually when they crashed, they were let out. So this is not just a faction of Blood Elves, Horde style. These are straight up evil Blood Elves. Okay, it's called Blood Watch. Again, that is number 4. There's a total of 38, so that does track with the rest of our storyline. Blood Watch being the next in the chain. So yeah, so these are crazed, Kil'jaeden, like demon corrupted. Yeah, I should have known it was all part of it. So Blood Watch, next one in the list. Gotcha. Okay, well that makes a little bit more sense. Why? Because I was like, man, the Blood Elves are just out here in force. So Blood Watch, that's also why they're so close. These are Blood Elves that are directly from the Outland, from the Netherstorm. They're Kil'jaeden's faction that broke off from. You need to just kill 10. They're called Sunhawk Spies. They're part of Kil'jaeden's faction that broke off. And well, we know that they're not even part of Illidan's group. They are part of the group that has been sort of kind of corrupted by Kil'jaeden. Yeah, so right now, all Rend really is a bleed for us. AoE bleed. Not really anything. It's not triggering anything. It's not anything special. Maybe, again, it can tie into something else down the line, but as of right now... Oh, this guy reset. Dang it. I was gonna say, I want to hit them both. He reset too. Weird, I don't know why they're resetting. Glitchy topography, and this is what we will find especially as we go deeper into the Outland. This is the area of the game that gets the least love out of all of the Warcraft areas, because Cataclysm got revamped and constantly gets little kind of veneers over it. Look, the Hand of Argus are just walking through. Oh, they're fighting. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm gonna let them fight. Wait, this one broke off. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will go in there and help. Oh no, they just killed them all. What the heck? Wow, I didn't realize they were so weak. I thought they would hold their own, especially since I had cleansed some guys on the fringes. They just calmly strode in and were murdered. What the heck? Alright, it's leading me away from the camp. It's like the game is like breadcrumbing me away with copper nodes. They're like, would you like to go just a little farther away? What about a little bit more? But, yeah, I don't know. Alright, so we'll see how these moves. And that's honestly another thing that's great about leveling. I do love this system. Like, it's kind of like, I mean, really, that's what one of the things Blizzard does so well. The skill trees, the leveling, I like that. I like having the ability, if it's meaningful. And somebody was talking to me about, yeah, see, here they are. back again, sending another squad. I don't know why they're so weak, though. It looked tough. This guy was talking, it was an article about like how old games are better and it's not just nostalgia. Here's some examples. And then it cited Max Payne, which was a really great game that I really loved. And it was saying how that game had very little unnecessary like exposition. It was really focused more than anything else on the mechanics.
What it means to be a hand of Argus. We are agents of the light.
Hold that thought.
You have returned, and in one piece, I have some good news. We have received some new information about the possible location of more survivors. A new crash site has been discovered. When I am done attending to those matters, I will call for you.
Okay, so he does have another quest called Intercepting the Message, but I don't know that it's... No, so he doesn't care. Next is called What We Know. So, What We Know is a storyline quest that comes from Vindicator Asim. So this is the next guy.
May your days be long and your hardships...
We've learned much of our enemies in recent days. The Blood Elves are led by a being known as Sironas and plot to destroy us. Ultimately, they seek to enslave a Rose and regain control of the Exodar. Light be praised. We have stopped their supply line by destroying the Sun Gate. Unfortunately, they continue to use the contaminant of the Vector Coil to poison the land, using the mutagenic properties of the fallout to their advantage. With this knowledge, Admedius has devised a plan. Seek him out.
Good health. Long...
Okay, so What We Know... I already looked that one up before. And this is just a little breadcrumb, so... that is great for our numbers game here. And this is the guy we were already working with before. Exarch Admedius, he's the main person.
I am in need of your services. I have a plan to topple the entire Sunhawk army, but before we can progress, we need to gather some vital information. We need to identify the weaknesses in their primary defense. Unfortunately, we have been unable to get close enough to the Vector Coil to gauge their defenses. If we could get the prisoner to talk, we could get the information that we needed to break through the line and destroy the Vector Coil. You heard me. I want to blow the damned thing up.
Language.
Our attempts at interrogation have failed miserably. Torture is, of course, out of the question. What we need is an individual on the inside.
Draenei.
I can cast a spell upon you that would make you appear as another and adjust your language through subterfuge.
As a blood elf.
We may be able to get the information we need out of the captured agent under this guise. I want you to get whatever information you can out of the prisoner, and do not leave Bloodwatch while disguised, as the spell will fail.
Good health. Long life.
Okay. So we are now a fake blood elf with no shirt. Alright, this is called What We Don't Know. It is the next in the chain, and in this 4-part little chain. And it is legit. What we don't know. What we know. What we don't know. Hi, I'm Blood Elf. I'm a real Blood Elf boy. My hair is long, and I definitely like Blood Elf stuff. Hey, buddy.
The captured Sunhawk agent eyes you suspiciously.
I've never seen you before. Who are you?
Also, I'm just allowed to walk around the camp? I'm a prisoner. What does it look like? The Draenei filth captured me as I exited a Sun Gate. They killed our portal controllers and destroyed the gate. The Sun King will be most displeased with this turn of events.
The captured Sunhawk agent smirks.
Don't worry, New Blood. There are many more portal controllers and many more suitable locations for portals. I am certain that Saruanas will have a new gate up very soon. These blue-skinned dogs are not long for this world. Saruanas and the Abomination will clean up whatever the Sunhawk forces leave behind.
Ah yes, Saruanas. I'd nearly forgotten that Saruanas was here. I served under Saruanas back on Outland. I hadn't heard of this abomination, though. Those damnable Draenei captured me before I even fully materialized on this world. The interrogator says, "Aren't you hungry? Thirsty? I can arrange for food and drink. All you need to do is tell me what I want to know." He says, "Do astere eburi no aman rini shari el shar. Mushal fandu anala eriburis tusam bandu anudath and dor sharitus." Yep. And then he says, it was Saruan' idea. The abomination is actually one of their own. He's a high-ranking member of Draenei military order, triumvirate, or some such nonsense. Oh, whatever that thing is, it's massive, powerful, and full of rage. Any attacks against the Vector Coil will most certainly result in failure as long as that abomination is around. Oh, the abomination is one of our triumvirate. Incredible. How did Saruan accomplish such a thing? Saruan claims that certain Eridar possess the ability to transform others of their race into Minari. Draenei were supposedly once Eridar, and Saruan is a powerful Eridar. Oh, the agent laughs. Can you believe it? These pathetic creatures were once all-powerful demons. What kind of fool rejects such power? Saruan is an Eridar. I mean, yes, obviously. Obviously, how else could she infiltrate their ranks and pass as a Draenei? She'd been living among them for a long time. The Vector Coil is massive. I hope we have more than one abomination guarding the numerous weak points.
Numerous. It has 2 weak points. The base of the structure on the west side and the base of the structure on the east side. Hey, wait a minute. How would you know anything about the Vector Coil? Didn't you say that you were captured before you even materialized?
I did. And you believed me. Thank you for your information, Blood Elf. You've helped us more than you could know. Treacherous whelp! Saruan will destroy you and your people! Well, we also have a traitor from within, so we have learned that one of our triumvirate females is a traitor, actually an Eridar.
Aha! Well done, hero. Well done indeed. Are you ready to eradicate the menace from our island forever?
The Blood Elf menace? Yes.
I would not ask you to single-handedly bear the burden of destroying the Vector Coil and slaying Saruan, however. I believe that you can be of some help in clearing the way for others that might take on such a dangerous assignment. Take the road going north out of Bloodwatch and follow it until you get to the Fork. Once there, take the left road and follow it until you see Vindicator's Rest. It will be slightly west of the road itself. Corin will be waiting for you.
Alright, so Vindicator's Rest is allegedly the next one. But that's actually later in the storyline. So I did pick it up, but we're not going to actually do it yet. I'm not going to go re-pick it up. We're going to chill on that. The next one in the storyline is called Intercepting the Message. Now, Intercepting the Message begins with Vindicator Boros. Let's look at Intercepting the Message. It's on the list. But he's probably one of the guys in the middle. Yep, so this is the guy on third one.
What it means to be a hand of Argus.
So he did say come back.
Agents
he did say come back and talk to me. So now we're coming back before we finish that other part. We're going to come back and get step 2, the next step of his little plan here.
It is good to see you again. I have a quandary that you might be able to solve. Our agents situated behind Sunhawk lines have reported seeing Sunhawk soldiers parsing an unusual document. Unfortunately, we have been unsuccessful in acquiring a copy of the document for ourselves. I need you to go out in the field and try to recover the document. I am certain that if you apply enough pressure, a Sunhawk agent will turn over the information we seek. I leave the use of force to your discretion.
Remain vigilant.
Okay, so back into the Sunhawk camp. These are, again, things we could have lumped together into one, but I'm being meticulous so that we don't miss anything. It's going to be annoying if we have to fine-tooth comb our way through 70 quests at the end. So I'm trying my best to not do that. Alright, back to the camp. This is just, we gotta find and kill these guys. Come here, you dirty so-and-so. I hope you are in pain. Nice. Mark of the Sunhawk. Oh, I'm hurt. I'm stuck on this fire. I'm stuck in the thing. Maybe if I mount up. Maybe if I jump out of it. There we go. I was gonna say, whoops, I'm kind of cooked. Yeah, I'm not gonna even mess with the the rend unless... Yeah, unless there's multiple people. No point. Because by the time I actually apply it, they're already so close to death. Hey you. I want that missive. Who has it? I said who has it? My wife and I watched back in the day. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I said, hold my beer about the video game thing. But anyway, he was, so he talked about Max Payne, which was a cool game back in the day if you haven't played it. It was kind of one of the originators of bullet time game style, which was a thing that was popular for a little while in gaming back then. There we go. It says the letter bears the seal of the Blood Elves. We cannot read it. But yeah, it was. They talked about like there were some comic cutscenes, but they were just saying how there wasn't a lot of fluff. It was about, you know, focusing on the mechanics of the game itself, and there were no like unnecessary skill trees and blah blah blah. And so I do think there is a way, like. For instance, I really love the Horizon Zero Dawn franchise, but the skill trees in that game feel superfluous and unnecessary.
What it means to be a hand of Argus. We are agents.
Like, or even the Spider-Man Miles Morales, I like that, but the way you level up, I feel like is lacking.
Back so soon. Have you found the missive?
Or that whole series of Spider-Man games. Yeah?
Vindicator Boros eyes the document.
This is in Thalassian. Fortunately, I know just the person that can translate.
Just give me a potion, I can do it.
Our chief interrogator, Elysia, is fluent in Thalassian. Take the document to her and see what she has to say.
Okay, translations. So this is the next in this 5-part series, and it's the next in our story. And I don't know why they love the ellipses, translations, ... Okay, so it's on the list. But I love these little easy ones. We're up to 40 quests now.
If you have more of the irradiated crystal shards, I'd be happy to exchange them for another of my crystals.
We need to get to be at least around like 46 to be, which I think we're on par to do that. Ideally, getting close to 50.
I am a bit busy here, Agent. This better be important.
It is.
Elysia reads from the document.
No one can read
If what
here.
this document says is true, the Blood Elves have opened a portal to the Outland.
Yeah.
It would certainly explain their seemingly endless numbers. I need you to deliver the translated documents to Velen personally. I don't trust that deranged messenger. Explain to the Prophet that the Blood Elves are receiving reinforcements from the Outland, and that they have a spy amongst the Draenei at the Exodar. Velen resides in the Vault of Lights inside the Exodar. Make haste.
Okay. This is called Audience with the Prophet. We gotta do that next? Alright. So we have to go to the Exodar next. That's okay. We have that other quest we can turn in while we are there. Let's just double check it's on the list. I'm sure it is, because it's part of our overall. Yeah, it is. Audience with the Prophet. Audience with the Prophet. All right, so while we're there, we're gonna find. I mean, we do have a. It says it. Oh, we can read it.
Declaration from the Sunday King.
The Sunday King.
My precious, loyal children, your king commends you. Your presence on Azeroth is of the utmost importance to both myself and the Master. Soon, the Sun Portal will be ready to transport reinforcements from Tempest Keep directly to Bloodmyst Isle. We will reclaim the Exodar. We will slay the blue-skinned mongrels where they stand. Velen will pay for his crimes. King Kael'thas Sunstrider.
It's not ready yet.
Okay, so they're basically saying he's got his eyes on us and they want to take us out.
Cooking is a lifelong pursuit,
Crab cake,
and I
dry
see we
pork
share the
ribs.
same passion.
Good.
May your days be long
While we're here, we're gonna play with our professions because that's fun too. Oh, we can do smoked sagefish. I need 15 water. Okay, and then let's learn how to do sagefish. Why not? We're gonna be cooking mamas, okay? Alright, we're gonna go with boiled clams. We don't have any other great recipes, but this will push us up close to 100 on the cooking list. Pretty nice to have a nice... Oh, okay, it turned yellow. That's terrifying. Still gonna give us a decent amount. I don't think there's any other... We're gonna have to hit really good luck. We can only afford to miss out on one, and we just missed out on one. Okay, so we're gonna need to... Okay. Okay, can we do it? Yeah, we did. We hit 100, which means we can
Cooking
trade.
is a lifelong pursuit, and I see we share the same
I lied
passion.
to you.
Welcome. Browse at your leisure.
Take all this other crap.
Yeah.
What is the point of this Nolkai's band? I guess I'm going to save it for a little bit. We need that letter of introduction. I'm going to save the bear meat for now. Okay, everything else can chill. I'm not dumping off this crystals because it would just fill up itself. Alright, we want to also mess around with our prospecting. And then we're going to go talk to the prophet, and we're going to go back out. Actually, first we'll go do the Newfound Allies while we're out here. I think if the crystal guy's over there. Oh, I am going to have to do some smelting. I can't believe there's no forge. That is annoying that you have to go way over to the other spot to forge. Right? You can't forge your crystal stuff here. Because we could smelt... Yeah, there's no forge nearby. Wait. So what do we got here? There's no point to do those rough stones, although I guess I could just... I'm just going to sell them, there's no point. But the copper, sure. It's a tradesman.
May you find what you seek. Be well.
Nothing necessary. A little bit off. Oh, you know what? I never went and looked in the auctioneer. Down there is the auctioneer place if we needed that. Okay, so what do we gotta actually, the reason why I was looking here is because, yeah, we need silver ring, bronze bars, copper bars, bronze, copper. Where is the forge? You pieces of donkey doo-doo. Is this a forge? I think that's a forge. Alright, well, we definitely want all 17 tin to be smelted. I don't want to smelt all of my bronze. Okay. Alright, then we're gonna come here, because I'd rather be able to prospect my ore, you know? But we definitely want to do enough copper to get 17 bronze, and then we'll smelt the 3 silver, because there's no point to keep that. But I think I'm going to keep the rest for prospecting purposes. Now, prospecting takes, what, 5? Okay, there we go. Now we can smelt. Plus, I don't want to sit here and smelt 135 copper. Alright, our mining goes up a pinch for smelting bronze, which is nice. Actually, the only thing, well, we haven't even found an archaeology trainer. I didn't even see one here. But who cares? There's no archaeology on this island to worry about, so I'm not really worried about it too much. Okay, we're at 90. Cool, and then of course we'll get a few from silver here. Alright, I guess if I had to, I'll come back over here, but I don't really care that much about
trade
the mining stuff.
I can instruct you in mining. Interested?
I can instruct you in mining. Yeah. Alright, now we're gonna go back over to the other spot where the jewel crafters are. Okay, yeah, so there's prospecting there to... We could prospect our buns off if we really need. That sells for 25. And it's 16 for a single one? No, so it's better to just sell the rough stone. Oh, I should... Oh, I'm not wearing the right thing. Let's repair.
Feels for a friend of the Grumbles, like you.
Alright. My yak is flopping around here.
May your feet find good trails.
Alright, so... Hey, Jewel Crafter.
I wish
trainer.
I had more time to teach all who came before me, but alas, that is not the way of things. Until you have learned all that Padarar has to teach, I cannot help you.
Okay, so let's first of all create these ornate stone statues. These coarse stone statues, I mean. Yeah, they're healing statues. Okay, let's sell off.
I hope you'll find something useful.
Those, plus all of the rough stones. They're really useless for us. Okay, so...
I wish I had more time to teach all who came before me, but alas, that is not the way of things. Until you have learned all that Padarar has to teach, I cannot help you.
Gosh, forsake it. Why is there no forge nearby? That's not a forge? Man, that's annoying. Okay, so... We could actually do a simple pearl ring, which would give us 5 crit, which is actually dope. So we need a bronze setting. I'm only going to do this once. Okay, the elegant silver ring. Sure, we might as well make that. That's 3. Oh, our jewel crafting is low. Solid bronze ring requires 4 bronze bars? No, I hate that. That just requires 2. So...
I wish I had more time to teach all who came before me, but alas, that is not the way of things. Until you have learned all that Padarar has to teach, I cannot help you.
That's +1 weapon damage? That's pretty cool. Okay, I like that too. That's 2 stam and 3 critical strike. That is also nice. But no, we're not going to do that. Thick bronze necklace. I guess I could put that on. Okay, so I guess let's go, because that will get me some shadow bars or whatever. Some shadow gems. So let's make the delicate copper wires. That needs copper bars. Why? Yeah. Why would they not put a forge near a freaking... That's so annoying. So stupid. They don't put a forge anywhere near the jewel crafters, even though you need it to... Idiotic. So we gotta keep running back and forth. That's more time consuming than anything else. Is the fact that we have to keep running over to a forge. I don't know that there is like a portable forge you can use to either. Oh, I should. These are 2 verse. Elegant silver ring? Sure. Why not? Okay, you can buy the rest of them.
Find what you seek.
Okay. Yeah, this is going to eat up some of our time and slow us down for the day, but it is what it is. Like I said, we're okay. If we end up about 45, so if we can end up with about 4 or 5 more quests, we'll be all right. Alright. Bring me to the forge. Alright, so first off, let's make a couple. I'll do 6. I don't know exactly how many I need, but we'll start with 6. Okay, so then I'm going to make a delicate copper wire, because this will allow me to do... Okay, so I actually want to make 4 of these thick bronze necklaces, right? Because they're going to... No, we want one of these too. So I need to prospect my... I want one of these. So let's prospect out until we get 2 tiger's eye. 1, 2. Okay, boom, that's all we needed. Okay, now I'm going to make 1 blue ring here. It's a lot work, but plus 1 weapon damage. I'm going to use it to replace the 2 versatility I just got. Okay, so toss that down there. Alright, so I don't want to waste any more. That's a lot. Now, the other thing that requires shadow is these guys. Okay, now we need 1 more delicate copper wire. And then we'll... Okay, so then this necklace is plus 2 stam. Over 3 versatility. Sure. Why not? We'll take it. Okay. So then that's it for my shadow gems. Bronze settings are still pretty dang good. I don't want that. So we want this as well. So if I make 1 more bronze setting, okay, then I can make a simple pearl ring. Okay, and then I think I'm just gonna... This simple pearl ring is plus 5 crit. I can honestly put it there. I'm going to take it over the strength. While it might not be as good as all that, it's something. Okay, then probably making bronze settings is probably better. But we're going to have to really travel across to actually know for sure. We're up to 70, which is good, so we're almost done with the apprentice stuff she hinted at. She said she won't talk to us if we're not mastered everything from the apprentice guy. And we are about to have done that. We're 5 points away. We got more than enough bronze settings to do that. There's not even any point to prospecting right now. Okay.
I wish I had more time to teach all who came before me, but alas, that is not the way of things. Until you have learned all that Padalar has to teach, I cannot help you.
It's not really worth it. Okay, so let's go with 5 bronze settings to get us to 75. Okay. So now those are yellow.
I wish I had more time to teach all who came before me, but alas, that is not the way of things. Until you have learned all that Padalar has to teach, I cannot help you.
That's from Moss Agates, and it requires some overall bronze. Solid bronze ring. I still would rather go... This is double. I'd rather do it this way and just take my chances. Yeah, see, this is way more... There you go. I hit on every single one.
I wish I had more time to teach all who came before me, but alas, that is not the way of things. Until you have learned all that Padalar has to teach, I cannot help you.
Okay, so a bronze torque, moonstone, and a ring of silver might. That's cool as heck. We need more silver for that. Alright, so there's nothing, there's no need to prospect, there's no need to do anything like that. We're pretty good on this.
You wish to buy, trade?
So what do we really... I mean, honestly, we need more bronze bars. So, We'll hit it up that way. Alright, so I want to head upstairs now. We're done playing around with our jobs. We hit 80 on jewel crafting. Classic jewel crafting. We're going to go upstairs and then go talk to the lady about this Newfound Allies. I don't know that she's going to give us anything else, but we will see. Just to get it off, because we don't even need... We are going to teleport from inside here. We don't need to take the boat. Pretty sure there's like a teleport. Maybe there is not a teleportation, but I think there is. So this is the showing you the potential exit. If you walk your way out, we're still technically triggering as being... Yeah, this is Newfound Allies. And then we'll go back down and talk to Velen. And then we will fly from there back to the camp on a flight path. This took a little bit of time to make us detour and do this, but I guess if you had blasted your way through and never gone into the exit arc, that would have forced you to meet with the leaders. Oh, there's just a random druid trainer and a turtle called Krusty Bob.
Greetings, adventurer. What have you there?
It's a letter of introduction by Anchorite Papias.
I can help you get to Aberdeen. Fortunately, it is only a short boat trip away. Farewell.
Okay, so she does not... So that's Aberdeen if we want to go there. There's nothing that goes along with it. It's just a, hey, in case you didn't know, this is where the... This is how you would get to Night Elf Land. We don't really have a larger mission to get there yet. But that's kind of where they're suggesting you go next. Hopper up there. I might as well just keeping on collecting it, because I can always prospect. Because you can get shadow stuff from there, right? Yeah, so I mean, tin is the best, because any bronze we get, any tin we get, we can fashion into bronze, and that's really what we need right now. But that's such a trash place to even play with our profession, since it makes us run back and forth with butt cheeks. We don't have a ton of time left. We've got around 20 minutes. We are only level 20, but we are... So, hopefully we level more next time. We're about to hit 21, though. Maybe even when we talk in... We turn in this, Velen. It's possible. Alright, so down there, then there's our flight path when we want to leave. Unless he just is nice and he, like, magics us back. That would be cool. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Alright, we have to, like, go up a ramp or something here, too. Yeah. The Vault of Lights. Yellow Peacekeepers. Ah, yes, this is where they're all watching over exemplars of the Burning Crusade plus Illidan. Velen, my friend. What's up, homie?
Velen smiles.
Greetings, hero. I have been expecting...
Velen? You're David Cross too?
Velen begins to read the document.
Interesting. This does indeed explain much. I thank you for the timely delivery. You are turning out to be one of the Hand's better agents. If only we knew who they reported to in Bloodmyst, and more importantly, where this sun portal was. They seem to have it tightly guarded wherever it may be. Would you be interested in some reconnaissance work? If so, take these orders back to Vindicator Boros. He will give you your next mission.
Okay, Truth or Fiction is what this one is called. It is step 4 in this list, and I assume it is on our great list, Truth or Fiction. It is. Look at us. So now we are tied with how long Azure Mist Isle was.
You are the instrument of change.
Okay. Thank you, Velen. That's a much better voice for you. There's the seal of the prophet, and we're going to use a flight path to get back there. We are not going to walk. Hopefully that's a little quicker, and as we fly, we will examine our next power. Since we just hit level 21, we're only 3 levels behind our Blood Elf counterpart. Will we catch it? Will we surpass him? Hard to say. There's the Elec trainer.
Good day, adventurer. Are you in need of a reliable hippogriff?
Remember.
I am. And we're going to have to find a cool mount for him to fly to. Okay, so first off, we just finished the tier 3, I guess, and we're moving on to tier 4. So we are going to pick Focus in Chaos. While enraged, we can't miss. Our main attacks, our auto attacks, cannot miss. So that's cool. It's good to know. While enraged, so it's another buff to the enraged trait. Alright, what's another also good mount for flying around when we get to that? No. No. I want something that doesn't look ridiculous. That's kind of cool. But also kind of goes with... I'm definitely not riding a Dragon Hawk. No. That does look cool too. I could ride this Space Bull around. No, those are cool. An Avenging Fell Crusher? I mean, that thing is pretty dope too. Can it fly? It doesn't say that it can. Probably not. You need a flying mount for you, my friend. Alright, we'll have to get back to that investigation later. Gotta turn in truth or fiction. We got 15 minutes here. We got a lot of work to do, guys.
What it means to be a hand of Argus.
I already know, you told me like 20 times.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
Well,
it is a good plan, but a dangerous one. I am sure you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Velen states that if the Blood Elves have been opening rifts between this island and the Outland, there will be residue or anomalies left in the areas where the portals have been opened. You must search the island for locations that exhibit or display these anomalies. Be warned, some of these anomalies will be creatures from the Void itself. Should you find Void anomalies, slay them. Report back to me with any new information that you may find. Begin your search to the north, near the Warp Piston.
A sea anomaly. Okay, I like the name of this quest. I shoot magic into the darkness. Pretty cool. That is the 5th and final of this mini chain. I shoot magic into the darkness. Love it. I like that quest name. I don't personally do that as a warrior, but I do appreciate the sentiment. I shoot magic into the darkness. Perfect. Let's go for it. Plus, we'll get
what it means to be a hand of Argus. We are agents of the light. We serve without question.
Yeah. Alright, so this gets us to 40. This is our 43rd. If we get to 145, so if we get 2 more quests after this, we'll be needing 25 on our last mission. Which is a little bit dicey. So hopefully this is a very productive final 13 minutes. Because we need at least 2 more quests. But anything we get past that will be... But I think we were right around 2021, so we were right around... I think we did 21. Alright, so we need to kill these anomalies. Very important. I mean, it doesn't really super matter, like, if we complete it or not. Like, on the next episode, which won't be tomorrow. We're going to have a cliffhanger for a couple days. Like I said, we're going to be doing our daily crap. I mean, our weekly. Our classic and our... Well, actually, just one day. It's just classic, so we just won't be doing it tomorrow. That's not too bad. Yeah, tomorrow, yeah, like I said, we're going to do Dire Maul, whatever. We've ran that instance before. Okay, I guess we've confirmed the site of the portal. these void anomalies. We are shooting magic into the darkness that is these void anomalies. Need to be smarter about how I'm deploying some of these moves here. Perfect. Not too bad in the warp piston. So I wonder if this is that big base they're talking about. Because they said, hey, how do you know about that base? I wonder if that's it, or is it over here? I don't know. There are two basic kind of areas we have not really explored. I don't know what that is. Amberweb passes up there, and I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to run right into your little camp. I know you guys are just... It's our fault that you're corrupted. Or can we shift some of the blame and say that some of this is the Blood Elf's fault? If they weren't being so naughty, then maybe we wouldn't have crashed. Oh, look, the Hunters of the Hand are trapped in the ground. A lot of them, I think they are spawning one by one, and that one is... Great.
What it means to be a Hand of Argus. We are... How many did you say you saw at the Warp Piston? Just how many times have they opened up this sun portal? This is very bad news. Alas, you have learned all that I am able to teach you. Kuros will call for you when it is time.
So we've basically done his... Where should I begin my search for the portal?
Begin your search to the north.
Yes.
Our scouts have spotted the Warpiston near the shoreline.
Warpiston.
Blessings upon your
What
family.
it means to be a Hand of Argus.
Shut your mouth.
How many did you say you saw at the Warpiston?
Shut your mouth. Alright, we got some new boots. Oh, our other ones did get purple upgrade, but they have no stats. So these are actually going to be quite a solid upgrade to our boots overall. Love that for us. And I shoot magic into the darkness is now done. So that's the end of that. Now we're going to the Cryo-Core. The Cryo-Core is now started from Vindicator Kuros. I'm assuming the Cryo-Core. Yep, I see it. So he is the third guy, Cryo-Core. So the third Vindicator is...
We have others pursuing leads on the sun portals. I need you to focus on the task at hand. Boros has received new reports of another crash site. What we've since discovered is that the crash site is actually the Exodar's Cryo-Core. This is a pod-holding area that houses pods exactly like the ones we Draenei crawled out of in Amen Vale. This area also holds medical supplies. Head to the Cryo-Core, directly west of Bloodwatch. Search for supplies and search for survivors.
Cool. So this is actually kind of a cool mission. They're saying, hey, like one of the biggest Exodar cores has fallen out, and it crashed over here. So this is one of the main ones. You could probably practice your fishing if you wanted to in that bloody water and catch things that would definitely be safe to eat. You're not going to get butthole COVID or whatever from it. Which is my favorite way that I've heard referred to this latest explosive diarrhea parasite that's going around. Okay. Did you not see I was in the middle of something, you little blood elf piece of junk? Oh, cool. So we got 1 of 12 medical supplies from there. That's it. We just need medical supplies. I also see some on the ground. So you can get them both by killing. It's pretty messed up that you guys came out here to take our medical supplies from us. Oh, look, there's an assassin. Oh, that's the, she can be anywhere, huh? Oh, well, that's cool that we have found her. I like that. Oh. That was cool. So we actually got a rare, which that gave us a ton of XP. Love it. Mail, though, is not useful for us. Okay. So pretty neat. Got a bunch of XP from that. That's going to help us. this otherwise slow grinding that we're doing here. I need to get some of these ones on the floor because having to kill for every single one of them is slow. So she can just appear, I guess, because that's not where she was listed on the map. So she's just a rare that probably appears anywhere around what else. So maybe we'll get the pleasure of killing her again. See, that's why the killing is not that worth it. They don't even have...
I'm out of range.
I am out of range. That's tin. I need that tin. Come on, you can come join me over here. Hang it. Oh, nice. They each had one. I like that. Plus some tin. Also quite nice. And another one here. Oh, there is a quest inside there. I see it now. Let's go grab it. Because they did say look for survivors, so I guess there is a survivor inside. And this one might be, like, not listed on our storyline. Okay, cool. We're almost to 12. Let's find this person who needs to be rescued. Oh, it's a book, not a rescue. These are all mages. These are, what are they called? Sunhawk Reclaimers. I should have done that. Okay. Because they were already bleeding. Alright, so that was a one-handed hammer. This is called... I watched as they beat him without mercy. Their ruthless lieutenant acted as if such cruelty was an act of normalcy. Through the savage beatings, I could feel myself breaking. As I watched Vindicator Saruan take their blows, I began to weep. Not out of fear, I wept out of sadness. Jerk. I was reading. To see a Draenei of the Triumvirate treated in such a manner, if only I could have broken free of my bonds, if only. After what seemed an eternity, the Vindicator lost consciousness. The torture was too much even for him. The cruel one, Mattis, as I found out he was called, attempted to wake Saruan by splashing contagion-laced water across his ravaged body, but Saruan did not wake. I wanted to scream, but only a low gasp escaped my lips. I was promptly beaten for this act of rebellion. As I lay on the ground, I could see Mattis pacing in front of Saruan's body. He seemed visibly concerned. He stated that Saronis or Sarona or some such entity would have had his flesh flayed from his bones if Saruan had perished in the beatings. That the Saronis entity had plans for Saruan. The writing abruptly stops, and a long line scrolls off the page. The Draenei died while making this entry. That's Galaen's corpse right there. Interesting. Okay, you guys suck. Can I read in peace? Okay, we're gonna have to also check just to make sure. This quest called Galaen's Journal, The Fate of Vindicator Salin. That is actually on the list right there. I'm gonna pick it up. Galaen's Journal. Galaen's Journal? Oh, it's Galaen's Journal. Oh gosh, forsake it. They just respawn so quickly. Hefty War Axe. The Fate of Vindicator Saruan. The Fate of Vindicator Saruan. Okay, let's pick that quest up. Just so that we don't have to come back here for it. Your hands tremble as you pick up the book. Kuros must be told about this tragedy. Turn the book to him. Alright, let's get out of here and go back. We are not going to turn it in right now, but... Okay, so what is actually next in the quest? So that was one. I don't know why they put it a few down. The next one is actually called Searching for Galaen. Or, yeah. So that's what we should have picked up. That's a lady named Moray. She wants you to actually find him. But we're a little over. And that, we found him, but that was his book. So we should have put all of these together is really what it's all about. You should have packaged all of these quests into one thing. We'll try to do that.
Greetings, I am Kuros, second of the triumvirate of the... Was the information accurate?
The Legion's end.
Just blood elves, no survivors. This is troubling. I'll need some time to think this through. Perhaps Asim or Boros have an assignment for you to complete.
Alright, so we have...
Greetings, I am Kuros,
So the Smasher does... They both have +9 strength. The Smasher is 0.2 DPS less, but gives you 6 stamina. I'm going to go for pure DPS.
What have you got there? Is that a journal?
We're going to take the full DPS with the sword. 4.6 being better than that. And then we'll switch this over here. So we're finally off of Mercenary Clout. So now we've got a sword-hammer combo. This lady, Moray... where we should be picking it up. Where's Moray? Maybe, yeah, she's over here. This is what we should be picking, right? The search for Galaen is searching for Galaen is where we should go next. And that's going to be a quick 1-2 with the journal we have. 1, 2, 3. Bam, bam, bam. All right, we'll do that next time, though. I thank you, everybody, so much, as always, for watching, listening, and tuning in. We're making pretty good progress here, and there is a solid chance that we will be done with this zone on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft. This one is in the pipe 5x5.